Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you've been following the financial world closely, you probably know that big institutional investors have been making some bold moves lately, and one name that's catching attention again is Fiserv, ticker FI. Today, we're going to break down a fresh wave of investment activity around Fiserv, including which funds are buying in, how the stock has been performing, and what analysts are saying about its future. So stay tuned till the end for a full analysis and summary, especially if you're interested in how smart money is positioning itself in this fintech powerhouse. Let's start with the big headline. This video is for informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research or consult a professional before making any investment decisions. According to the company's most recent SEC filing, Vise Technologies Inc. has just opened a new position in Fiserv during the second quarter. They purchased 13,454 shares, valued at around $2.32 million. Now, this isn't just a small trade. It signals growing institutional confidence in Fiserv's long-term fundamentals. And Vise Technologies isn't the only one making moves. Several other major investors have been adjusting their stakes as well. For example, Brighton Jones LLC almost doubled its holdings in the fourth quarter, up nearly 92%. They now hold over 4,200 shares, worth roughly $872,000. Meanwhile, Bison Wealth LLC added a bit more to their position, about a 5.3% increase, bringing their total to over 2,200 shares, valued at $47K. Then we have Cathmere Capital Management, which boosted its holdings by 6.8% in the first quarter, now owning more than 1,300 shares, worth about $305,000. Even smaller adjustments show confidence. CWM LLC, for instance, added modestly to its already large position, now sitting on 22,521 shares, valued near $5 million. And finally, Bleakley Financial Group also inched higher by 2.5%, holding over 20,000 shares worth about $4.44 million. When we add it all up, institutional investors and hedge funds together now own around 91% of Fiserv's total shares. That's a powerful signal. Big money clearly believes in this company's long-term potential. Now let's talk about insider moves, and this one's interesting. Fiserv's director, Lance M. Fritz, recently purchased 10,000 shares of the company's stock. He bought them at an average price of $65.18 per share, for a total investment of about $651,800. After this transaction, his total holdings climbed to just over 13,000 shares, valued at roughly $853,000. That's a 324% increase in his ownership, a big jump for a company insider. And typically, when a board member invests their own money, it's seen as a vote of confidence in the company's direction and future profitability. So what are analysts saying about Fiserv? Opinions are somewhat mixed, leaning neutral but with an optimistic undertone. Morgan Stanley has set a target price of $81 per share and rated it as equal weight. Monness, Crespi & Hart upgraded Fiserv from sell to neutral. UBS Group also has a neutral stance, targeting $75 per share. Raymond James, however, is more bullish, assigning an outperform rating with a price target of $167. And Royal Bank of Canada followed with an outperform call and a target price of $85. In total, according to MarketBeat data, 11 analysts rate the stock a buy, 23 rate it hold, and only 2 recommend sell. That gives Fiserv an average rating of hold and a consensus price target around $127 per share. Let's look at how the stock's been trading recently. Fiserv opened at $63.79 on Tuesday. Its 50-day moving average stands around $117.30, and the 200-day average is about $144.94, showing it's trading below its longer-term averages right now. The stock has seen a 12-month range between $60.95 on the low end and $238.59 on the high end. A wide swing, indicating some volatility this year. Financially, Fiserv carries a debt-to-equity ratio of 1.15, a current ratio of 1.08, and a quick ratio of 1.09, all pointing to solid short-term liquidity. Its market capitalization sits around $34.3 billion, with a price-to-earnings ratio of 9.86, a P/E ratio of 0.56, and a beta of 0.90, meaning it's less volatile than the overall market. Fiserv released its most recent quarterly earnings on March 26th. The company reported earnings per share of $1.91, showing strong profitability. Its net margin came in at 17.05%, and return on equity reached 19.47%, both solid indicators of financial health. Revenue for the quarter was $4.32 billion, which aligns closely with market expectations. On average, analysts forecast that Fiserv will generate around $10.23 in earnings per share for the current fiscal year. That's a solid performance outlook for a company operating in a competitive fintech space. For those unfamiliar with the company, Fiserv Inc. is a global leader in financial technology and payment services. It operates across multiple regions, including the US, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, Latin America, and the Asia Pacific. Its business is structured into three main segments: merchant acceptance, helping businesses process and manage digital payments; financial technology, offering core banking systems and digital infrastructure; payments and network, providing electronic transaction processing and related services. Essentially, Fiserv is one of the backbone providers for modern banking and digital payment systems. So, what does all this tell us? Between the insider buying, steady institutional accumulation, and relatively strong fundamentals, Fiserv remains on the radar of big investors. While analysts seem cautious in their short-term targets, the broader sentiment indicates confidence in the company's future growth. And with nearly 91% institutional ownership, the stock clearly has backing from the financial heavyweights. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any updates. See you in the next video.